March Madness. This is really funny. I'm currently doing this from my childhood bedroom, but welcome to Mustang Mondays. I hope everyone is having a beautiful week so far. I'm here from Los Angeles, but I hear that the weather in SLO is absolutely beautiful. So what a wonderful week it is. Hello. I'll get started here oh my god, so many friends. Hello, everyone. Hello. I can go ahead and just introduce myself. Hello, my name is Lindsay Katzer. I'm a current fourth year business administration major with a concentration in human resources and management and a minor in psychology. If you have any questions about what any of that means, go ahead and check out our admissions YouTube playlist. There's so many videos on help, definitions, anything like that. I'm pretty sure I did the video for majors, minors, and concentrations, so shameless plug, check it out. But like I said, my name is Lindsay Katzer. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am from Agora Hills, California, and I work for the admissions office at Cal Poly. So I will be talking to y'all today about hidden gems of Cal Poly. Not only do I work for the admissions office and the Welcome Center, I am also a Poly rep at Cal Poly, which means that if we were on campus right now, and y'all were to be signing up for in-person tours, I would be one of those people. I walk backwards for fun. It's a great time. But I do just want to say I acknowledge that these are not necessarily the same as being on campus, but when we get to that point, that will be a beautiful day. If y'all have any questions, please go ahead and put them. There's a little question comment thing. Go ahead and use that. I'm so happy to answer any questions that y'all have. I know this is kind of a crazy time. One, I do just want to say congratulations to those, just even being in this whole college process of applying to schools and hearing back. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it's quite the adventure if I do say so. So I want to say congratulations just for even getting to this point. Really congrats. Proud of y'all. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments or Q&A dealio. And then if you have to dip at some point here or you come in late, this will be uploaded on, again, our admissions YouTube playlist. So if we're ready, let's dive in. Oh my goodness, so many friends. Happy Monday. We just started spring quarter at Cal Poly, so we're coming around the bend here, so we're finishing up. So just to also, there's normally the question, when will you hear back? All admissions decisions will be out by April 1st. I see we have a question. Let me check this out. Okay, I can dive into the social life and academic life here in a little bit. I'll try to just integrate that into my responses. All right, so kind of talking about some of the hidden gems at Cal Poly, we are not the biggest campus. You don't need a bus that takes 20 minutes to get from one side to the other. I walk it in 25-30 minutes, usually stop to say hi to some friends. That's kind of the way Cal Poly campus is. You just run into people all over the place. But there are some spaces that are just so nice to relax. And really just, it's a beautiful area. San Luis Obispo is the Central Coast, so we really take advantage of that. Outside of the Orfalea College of Business, which is, I think, the most beautiful business on campus, or building on campus. See, just Cal Poly Business. We actually have a rose garden where you can sit, and there are tables, and it's right next to a koi pond. And so if you're studying for finals and you just need to relax, chef's kiss, it's beautiful. We also have a Cactus Garden, which is also right next to the Orfalea College of Business. Wow, business really just sets the scene for you, really takes care of you. But there are all these different cactuses, and it's just, when I say that, actually believe there's a fun fact that Cal Poly has the most, the highest number of different plants out of any college campus. I think that's a fun fact for you. So when I say that there's honestly so many just trees and different plants and everything to look at, it's so nice and it's so beautiful. We actually have the tallest or largest eucalyptus tree outside of Australia on the Northern Hemisphere. Who would have thought? Not me. Oh, I see we have so many questions coming in. Oh boy. Okay, I can answer these more towards the end. There's a lot about, do I like me on the quarter system? Kind of life. If y'all have any questions, a lot of these things are actually covered on our admissions YouTube playlist. So talking about, I believe we have one for food. I can answer that really quickly to the 80 of you watching. Incredible food. They just put in a brand new dining hall where there's like brunch, noodles, balanced, healthy food, like dessert, everything you could want. So I'm just going to answer that because I think that's a really important one to talk about food. Also, they're putting in a Panda Express and a Habit. So... Also, Jamba Juice was created, or Jamba was created at Cal Poly, so we have those everywhere. I can visit these back in a little bit, but talking about social and academic life, we definitely have videos on our playlist on our admissions channel. So, moving on, we also, like I mentioned about hidden gems, we have so many trees and we have so many just wonderful natural spaces to be in. It really just uplifts you, and we actually have an arboretum, which is so cute, and you can buy little succulents and you can get all these beautiful little potted plants, and they're actually it's such like a common space. Students on Friday morning, a lot of my friends, when I was a freshman, they just walk up to the Arboretum and they'd come back with succulents on a Friday, and they would just come back with flowers, and they really brighten your day, especially when you live in the residence halls. It's like your own, like, you know, natural space to be in, which is phenomenal. And so many different, just like we have, I believe, that the Arboretum has like the world's 5 Mediterranean climate regions, which is, I mean, I don't think I've ever even been to one, but there is just so much natural beauty at Cal Poly, and I think that's something that a lot of our students really do appreciate. It's just being able to spend your life outside, and really, I don't know, just enjoy that. So continuing off of being outside, and also I see something about switching majors. There's a video on it on the YouTube playlist. I think it's like it's around 5 minutes. So the answer is yes, you can switch majors. But all right, talking about hikes, there are, I believe, 156 hikes in the San Luis Obispo area, but I don't know how many universities y'all know of that actually have hikes on their campus. Flex? I think so. Oh my god, fellow business major, what's up? What's good? So there are literally hikes on campus. There are 2 really, you can find the YouTube video playlist on our YouTube channel. If you just type in Cal Poly admissions, they'll all be right there, and you can look for my face because half of them have my face on them. I'm sorry, you just really can't get away from me. But so back to the hikes, we have 2 on campus. We have one that is, I'm trying to even just explain it. It's right behind our residence halls. It's a super, super easy hike. And it's called the P, and it's in the shape of a P because, we actually got into a like little duel with one of the local high schools. I believe a long time ago, back in 1919. So just a few years before my day. It is one of the 3 tips of the tri-tip challenge, and so that would also be Madonna, and which is Mission, and then Bishops. So there are 3 very common hikes to hike up, and you do it all in one day, and then you get a tri-tip sandwich at the end, and so it's fantastic. So then we have Poly Canyon, which I have spent, probably out of all the hikes, I've probably spent the most time there. It's literally right, like the trailhead is on campus, and you walk by some of the apartments, and then it leads you, it's called Poly Canyon Architecture Graveyard. And it's called that because when a lot of architecture students, they have these things called Design Village. It's a crazy, amazing project where they build like little dwellings and they live in them for a weekend, and it's so cool. It's a freshman architecture project. So they get to build these little houses, dwellings, if you will, and they carry them up on their backs, and they actually hike them to Architecture Graveyard, and some of the biggest architecture projects are still there, and so you can kind of hike around them, and you can honestly just explore, and it's super easy hike. So if you are ever visiting Cal Poly, definitely check that out, because it's a super easy hike on campus, and you can see some really, really cool Cal Poly architecture student projects. So now kind of moving on to our spaces and facilities. What would I be how would I even call myself a tour guide if I were to not tell y'all about food? I think that's really important. You can challenge me if you think I'm wrong, but food, I think, is one of the most important things. And because we are in, we have our College of Agriculture and Food and Environmental Science, we have all these crazy cool things that you can actually buy because they're made on campus. So we have a Cal Poly Creamery, and with that, that's where we actually make like our own cheese, and we make our own ice cream. And right now with COVID, they actually are doing this really cool thing where it's like an ice cream drive-through where you can go and pick up Cal Poly ice cream, and there's flavors like mint chip, cookies and cream, mud pie, chocolate, vanilla. You are good to go. Also, I see something about concentrations. There's different, on the YouTube playlist, there's going to be different videos covering for each major and all the different concentrations. So look for a business, I'm really plugging business a lot today. Look for a business video, and they'll dive into the different concentrations. So with that, we have those ice cream, drive-throughs. You can literally buy baskets of cheese and send them to your friends, really prank them. I don't know, it's a really, really, they're great gifts. We have, we make our own barbecue sauces, jams, chocolate, wines for all of our 21 plus viewers. We actually make all these different things. We have a class where, we have where you beekeep, and so we sell honey. How cool is that? So that's a really, really cool thing that I think is a gem of Cal Poly, is that we make all these different things on campus, and that's something that we really encourage our students to just, I don't know, you're having a day, it's a Friday, you're ready to celebrate, get some Cal Poly ice cream, We also have one of my favorite spaces on campus is actually the atrium in the Cal Poly library. We do have one library on campus. It is huge. It is 5 stories, and in the middle of it, we actually have an open air atrium where it sunlight just hits it perfect. You can grab coffee from the coffee shop inside or Starbucks outside, grab a snack, grab some lunch, and I have seen students passed out face down because they're just napping so well in the atrium. But it's so beautiful. There are so many plants. There are a ton of great places to nap at Cal Poly. I would love to dive into that on another video, but that literally deserves its own video. But the atrium is a great spot because it's so beautiful and it's just so serene. And when you need a second from studying and it's finals, you're on Thursday, you're like, I need a second. You just go in there and it's a fresh restart. Going off of just enjoying what's around you, we actually have an observatory at Cal Poly, which it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I do have to say. It's something that we really encourage our students to go and use. It's put on by the physics department, and our students actually get to go for different astronomy projects and things like that. They get to go and use this observatory. It's open, I believe, 2 times a week, normally when school is open. As of right now, it is not, but it is one of the really cool secret, it's actually a super cool hidden gem that if you are ever finding yourself at Cal Poly on a day when it is open, you definitely should check it out. So one of the last things that I do want to cover is that we have an art gallery on campus. We have, sometimes students will put on their own exhibits. We bring in outside exhibits, things like that. It's located in our Dexter building next to the library, next to this beautiful open lawn, where another great place to take a nap. You are able to just see all the different art that's brought in, because we really, I don't know, it's like, it's a nice way to, you know, you come out of a test or whatnot, and you walk in, it's just an art gallery, and you're able to kind of like look at different sculptures, look at different things, then kind of get your mind off of all that stuff around you, and like you're focusing on in classes, and you're able to just really look at art, which I think is a really, really valuable thing. And so we actually currently have a virtual gallery that you can check out, and online, so as of right now when we are not in person. Also, one cool little thing that we actually have in our Baker building of math and science, we actually have this really cool physical periodic table. I'm just thinking of like this, it's a really cool thing when you're walking through, I forget what floor it's on, but in each of the like boxes of each element, it has like a little thing that has like physical objects almost of things that are made up of that specific element. So it's really cool to like walk by and see. And so, I don't know, there's just a lot of really cool things that you walk by on Cal Poly's campus and you're like, huh, that's pretty neat. Like I literally would have never expected that. Like we have plaques to name all of our different plant species. And you're like, huh, I feel like it's kind of I don't know, it's like a nice little nature resort things, you know, whatnot. Also, I do see people are asking about airports. Cal Poly actually, or San Luis Obispo, has our own airport. So San Luis Obispo Airport, I believe we now do have direct flights to Seattle. So, got you there. So, yeah, Alaska Airlines, right into SLO. That Cal Poly Welcome Center, you got it. So that's, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that is it. Well, it's not it for hidden gems, because there are things that you kind of discover. Each student's kind of take to their own space on campus, and really just there are different hidden gems for different people. And what I mean by that is different places you're gonna kind of connect with, and it's gonna kind of like, whether it be the basketball court that's behind your residence hall, or that one bench outside of the library, you really connect with. And so, especially on Cal Poly's campus, there's a really special place that I think students take to, that you just get to wait and discover once you get here. So I'm now going to look at questions, because I'm here and I would love to answer these questions. Are we allowed to bring game consoles to our dorm? Absolutely. A lot of my friends are engineers, and you better bet they each had like 3 monitors and their own gaming consoles. Best food places on campus. Oh my goodness. There is Noodles. There's this really good acai place called Shake Smart. There is this dessert location. There's a wood fire oven, whatnot. Buying gear, you can look at our Cal Poly student store online. It is open on campus, but I would check out, just like literally type in Cal Poly student store, and you can buy a jacket just like this. I actually just picked this one up. How balanced our social life and academic life? I believe there's a video for this, but I would definitely say Cal Poly students do a really wonderful job of finding the balance in both, and really, like, I don't know, I think that there's a lot of time to be spent, because we do go to, Cal Poly is a university, and so we spend a lot of time, like, looking at schoolwork and things like that, but at the same time, we really dive into just exploring this area around us and having a great time with life. So really quickly, I do know there are a lot of questions about either you have heard back, maybe you haven't, but any like next steps you might have or need to take. Check out our next steps playlist on our YouTube channel. And that is going to answer so many of your questions on admissions decisions, wait list, things like that. If you've gotten accepted, what WOW's going to look like, things like that. So definitely check out our next steps playlist on our admissions YouTube playlist. What can we find at the farmer's market? Everything. all the things I mentioned that Cal Poly makes. Also all like the local fruit, veggies, all that stuff, they sell them there. The shops downtown, they come and like they'll bring their grills out and they grill on the street, and it's so yummy, and it's just really fun, and it's really poppin', and there's a lot of great music, a lot of great time. Business programs, how are the internship opportunities? Fantastic. The Orfalea College of Business has a 96% job placement rate 6 months after graduation. So subtle flex. It's not even subtle, it's just a flex. Any small businesses? Yes, that is pretty much so much of SLO, because we also have such a great I think honestly maybe a lot of it stems from our entrepreneurship program on campus, but we have a huge center for innovation and leadership. So a lot of small businesses are actually started by Cal Poly students, and they're right here in SLO. And so we have a ton of small businesses. A lot of local businesses are kind of like what SLO and downtown is made up of, and so you'll find them at the farmers market too. But I am checking for any more questions. Let's see. Do we have school spirit? Oh, you betcha. Oh, you betcha. Do we have a team in March Madness? Not necessarily, but I have honestly, I was down, I was visiting a friend, and I saw someone wearing a Cal Poly jacket, and I was like, go Mustangs! And he was like, yeah! And it was very cute. So yes. Do you recommend bringing a bike? I don't know how to ride a bike, and I've been fine, but people who do know how to ride a bike, they seem to be enjoying themselves. So yes, is the answer. So I'm just looking at these. Again, how can we make new friends? There is a whole YouTube video on how to get involved. Definitely check it out, because we have over 400 clubs and so many different things to get involved with, whether that be academically, whether that be socially, like academically social, socially academic. There's so many ways to get involved. Our sports currently up and running. I will leave the Welcome Center to answer that one. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. Can we use our food plan for the food chains on campus? Yeah, you betcha. You better bet that you can use your meal plan meal dollars for Starbucks, for Jamba Juice, for Einstein Bros, for Chick-fil-A. Yeah, nothing's exempt. It's incredible, and I think that's important. So, if you're wondering, that's a really great thing. Really quickly, if you have any more questions, what's the latest someone can eat on campus? I'm not entirely sure. Again, I will leave that to the Welcome Center. If you know what time the latest they can eat at the latest that they can eat at Vista Grande and on campus. Oh, but we do have a 24-hour Subway, so the answer is always. You can always eat it on campus. But if y'all have any questions, please go ahead and email admissions@calpoly.edu. Sometimes I'm on the receiving end of those emails, so let your girl know. How's the study abroad program? Oh, man. I studied abroad. I'm going to be that annoying person said, did you study abroad? Yes, I did. It's fantastic. Emma, go ahead and check out our admissions YouTube playlist, because I'm 99% sure I did a video on study abroad with my friend Grace, and there are 5,000 videos like explaining study abroad and how fantastic it is, and how we send above like the average like national average of sending students abroad. We send it above. This is a great question. I think that I can kind of wrap up with. What made me pick Cal Poly over other schools? I actually was like 99% committed to a different university, and I had toured, and it was on paper the most fantastic university, and then I went and visited, and I don't know, something didn't click. And I always thought that whole like, oh, you're just gonna know thing, I didn't know if I believed that. And so I got into Cal Poly, and I was kind of like, how wild. I was not expecting that. And so I came on campus and I visited, and I looked lost for about 0.2 seconds with my parents, and some guy came up to me and goes, "Hey, you look lost, walk with me." I was like, "Hey, I am lost." And so I just went ahead, he talked with me and my parents, and he welcomed me so much. On just immediately I stepped on campus, and then a whole squad of his friends walked up and walked with my parents and I, and walked us to the business building, just because that's the kind of people that are on Cal Poly's campus. And so yes, I fell in love with the facilities, with the professors, with the learn by doing, which also these all have videos on YouTube. But honestly, I chose Cal Poly for the people that go here in the community on this campus. And it's one that is beyond unique that, I don't know, I think if you ask a lot of students at Cal Poly, that's going to be a big reason, is the people are absolutely phenomenal. So that's why I chose Cal Poly. Long story, but it's one that means a lot. So, all right. Now, if y'all have any more questions, I bet there is a YouTube, Cal Poly putting Centerville on the map. Yeah. If y'all have any questions, please check out our, admissions YouTube playlist. Also check out our Instagram live TV on this account that you are watching right now. And I've done a few videos on here already. Go ahead and email admissions@calpoly.edu if y'all have any more questions. Again, my name is Lindsay Kaitzer, and this has been a phenomenal Mustang Mondays. Y'all are beyond wonderful, and if you missed any of this or came in late, it will be uploaded onto our YouTube and to our Instagram TV. So I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of your week. If any Cal Poly students are on here, good luck with spring quarter. I will be on next week, next Monday. Be safe, be well, and have a great week. All right, bye everyone.
Hi there, my name is Rafael. I'm a fourth-year journalism transfer student with a minor in Spanish, and my pronouns are he, him, his. Thank you for watching the video. Please share any questions or comments you have down below in the comment section, and go ahead and click here to subscribe, and to watch more videos, click here. If you want to sign up for a virtual visit or talk to any student or staff members, check out our website. Link in the description. Thank you for watching.